little out of season in a way. We're reading from Haiku, Seasons of Japanese Poetry from Internet Archive. How'd you get out of season? Well, we had read...
I like to read some also.
We're going to read autumn because we've read summer and spring. The patter of the rain.
Why don't we read
Don't
spring?
say, why don't we do something else, okay? We're going to do what we're doing. The patter of the rain and the gurgling water brooks all say, autumn's awake again, Wakia. Autumn's awake again. Safe underneath the grass, the firefly on autumn night waits for the rain to pass. Basho.
Like a parasol, parapluie. Written twice.
Safe underneath the grass, the firefly on an autumn night waits for the grass to pass.
The grass to pass?
Rain to pass. Well, you got me so flustered.
I know. But imagine just behind the blade of grass.
Do you think that I should have
against the rain.
certified my listeners have to
amazing.
be already satisfied before they come listen? You'd have to get a certificate of satisfaction.
You can ask them their
You could
opinion.
You would say, are you in a state of complete satisfaction before listening to my readings?
Don't ask for anything complete.
Safe underneath the grass, the firefly on an autumn night waits for the grass to pass.
For the rain to
Rain
pass.
to pass, Isho. I liked it with the grass.
Yeah, he's the one who makes the best.
I liked it. I liked my version. Safe underneath the rain, the firefly on an autumn night waits for the grass to pass.
Just reversing.
Safe underneath the grass, the firefly on the autumn night waits for the rain to pass. I liked my version.
The Japanese may be angry with me.
Yeah, well. Poor autumn butterfly, in vain it chased the setting sun, and in the grass must die.
And let's bring some coffee.
Toga.
Autumn butterfly. I like to hear that.
The moth upon the shore, she wrote on shells the names of those who will return no more. The moth now, the month. The month upon the shore, the month. This month upon the shore, we write of shells the names of those who will return no more. This month upon the shore, we write on shells the names of those who will return no more.
Rhythm butterfly.
Poor autumn butterfly, in vain it chased the setting sun, and in the grass must die. Toga.
In vain. Says. Yeah, they don't have long life.
The autumn perfumes rise. The orchid. I don't understand why I can't read today. The orchid. Do you think that I'll have to be in a state of serenity prior to reading?
For haikus, yeah.
With no conflict at all?
Yeah.
There'll be no conflict over what you're reading. I know a proverb. There can be no conflict before reading Proverbs.
Haikus.
You can't read unless you're conflict free. The orchid perfumes rise like clouds of incense wafted by the wings of butterflies. Pretty, huh? The orchid perfumes rise like clouds of incense wafted by the wings of butterflies. That's very beautiful.
Do they smell the orchids? They don't smell.
Can you imagine
like that.
the scent being wafted by the wings of butterflies until the day begins? The fires to guide the spirits back should always be kept in. The fires to guide the spirits back should always be kept in until the day begins.
So we shouldn't invite them back.
No, until the day begins, the fires to guide the spirits back should always be kept in.
Yeah, otherwise they will invite them at the wrong time.
Unusual. That's Japanese for you. Spirits,
That's Japanese.
spirits all have gone, and out of pity for our loss, sad autumn time draws on. Autumn and autumn skies, but where's my laddie? He's he who chased the flitting dragonflies. Chiro, a lady. Chiro. Autumn and autumn skies, but where's my laddie? He who chased the flitting
Oh, yeah, you remember
dragonflies.
that? I remember that.
Is that after she lost her child?
Yeah, yeah. That's sad.
Some of these haikus, dear, we're reading for the second or third or fourth time, reappearing in different translations. One of my proverbs is Japanese haiku poems are appearing endlessly differently after English translation. There's no end to the different number of translations.
Yeah.
There's no end to the number of different translations to haiku poems.
We can make the original by imagination only.
So, my lamp's last dying spark has flickered out, and I must face the terrifying dark. It's kind of cute the way they rhyme. Mm-hmm. He's pro rhyming now. Before he was so snobby, and he frowned upon rhyming like it was childish. But now he likes it. Autumn itself must die. The ghostly phantom fades into a scarlet dragonfly. Shiko. September's here again, and thickly lies the morning dew upon both hill and plain. Brew on. The breeze across the plain has waved the wild bush clover, but the dewdrops still remain. Can you guess the poet?
Passion?
That's correct.
I'm becoming good now.
Wow. The lotus is in flower, and very trying to the bees. It must be the sunset hour. The lotus is in flower, and very trying to the bees. Must be the sunset hour. You think it's trying at sunset?
The lotus is those insects.
They run out of energy in a way with the sun
Probably
dropping.
they're going to sleep, but they flying down to sleep.
Bugs generate power from the sun, don't they?
In the morning, they're mostly up. Very energetic.
This life we leave behind is like the shadow of a dance, seen on a window blind. That's like your shadows, dance of the shadows. You should quote that with your. You should grab a picture and snap at it.
I'll write it down.
Write it down.
Say it again.
This life we leave behind is like the shadow of a dance seen on a window blind. Gensui.
It's like the shadow of a dance. Of the dance.
This life we leave behind. We leave behind.
Read it again.
Is like
The shadow of
the shadow
of a dance.
of a dance seen on a window blind. Life is an illusion almost. Life is a gensui. 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 Don't worry, I copied it down. Okay.
Gensui.
The wind-blown grasses sway. Would that the swiftly setting sun a moment more would stay. They're missing the sun here in autumn. The long grass nods its head towards the hills to beg the moon to get up out of bed. I like that one.
Say it again.
The long grass nods its head towards the hills to beg the moon to get up out of bed. That's mine, Kwanzaa. That's my poem. I take that one. Okay. I look, but all in vain. The moon behind the cloud is slow in peeping forth again. Basho. The full moon's perfect ring, the geese high in the clouds of heaven in one sweet chorus sing. Okay, we are stopping here with the first part of August of reading Autumn Haiku from the Haiku Seasons of Japanese Poetry, which is obtained from the archive, which is the Internet Archive. And we had read your poem, which is "This life we leave behind is like the shadow of a dance seen on a window blind," gensui.